The Boeing 747 in 2026, the queen of the skies, still rules the horizon. The Boeing 747 has long been one of the most iconic symbols of global air travel. Since its first flight in 1969, the aircraft transformed the way people traveled around the world, making long-distance journeys faster, more comfortable, and accessible to millions. It was the first wide-body airplane ever built, and for over 5 decades it represented luxury, power, and engineering brilliance. Even after production officially ended in 2023, the legacy of the 747 continues to shine in 2026. Though new models are no longer being built, hundreds of these magnificent jets still operate worldwide for passenger and cargo service, while others serve governments and private owners in specialized roles. In 2026, the world of aviation looks very different from the early days of the 747, yet the aircraft still holds an unshakable position in history. This long-range, 4-engine airplane with its distinctive upper deck hump remains one of the most recognizable silhouettes in the sky. Its combination of beauty, strength, and innovation continues to capture the imagination of travelers and aviation fans. The year 2026 does not mark the end of the 747's journey, but rather a powerful chapter where it transitions from a dominant commercial jetliner to a respected legend still flying proudly in history. Boeing delivered its final 747, a 747-8 freighter, in January 2023, closing a remarkable era that lasted more than half a century. The end of production did not come because the aircraft failed, rather, it was the result of evolving technology and economics. Modern twin-engine aircraft such as the Boeing 777X and the Airbus A350 offer similar or greater range and capacity while consuming much less fuel. Airlines today focus heavily on cost efficiency and environmental impact, which makes operating large 4-engine planes less practical for passenger services. However, the end of the production line did not mean retirement for all 747s. Many 747-8s and 747-400s are still flying in 2026. Some are operated by major airlines, others by cargo carriers, and a few by governments and private owners. Lufthansa, the German national airline, continues to operate a large fleet of Boeing 747-8 Intercontinentals as its flagship aircraft for long-haul routes. These aircraft carry passengers between Europe, Asia, and North America, offering a travel experience that few other aircraft can match. Passengers often describe flying on the 747 as something magical: the spacious cabin, the quiet upper deck, and the feeling of sitting inside a piece of aviation history make it truly special. The power of the Boeing 747-8. Among all the versions of the 747, the latest and most advanced is the Boeing 747-8. This version combines the classic double-deck design with new technology inspired by the Boeing 787 Dreamliner. The 747-8 features redesigned wings, modern engines with better fuel efficiency, and advanced materials that reduce weight while increasing performance. It can fly farther and carry more passengers or cargo than any previous 747. In 2026, the 747-8 continues to serve as both a passenger jet, 747-8 Intercontinental, and a freighter, 747-8F. The freighter version is particularly valuable in global logistics because of its unmatched cargo capacity. It can carry around 140 tons of freight over intercontinental distances, making it ideal for transporting heavy machinery, medical supplies, and luxury goods. Companies such as UPS, Cargolux, Atlas Air, and Air Bridge Cargo continue to rely on the 747-8F to keep the world's supply chains moving. This aircraft is unique because of its nose door design, which allows large and oddly shaped cargo to be loaded directly through the front of the aircraft. No other modern jetliner offers this feature at the same scale. Even in 2026, this design advantage keeps the Boeing 747 freighter essential to global commerce. Many experts believe that the 747-8 freighter will remain in service well into the 2040s because there is no direct replacement capable of performing the same tasks as efficiently. Passenger operations in 2026. While the number of airlines operating passenger 747s has declined, the aircraft is far from gone. Lufthansa, Korean Air, and Air China are among the few major airlines that continue to use them for premium long-haul routes. These airlines have found that the 747-8 still appeals to travelers seeking comfort and a sense of nostalgia. The upper deck, often configured as a business-class lounge, provides a cozy and exclusive atmosphere unlike anything found on twin-engine planes. In 2026, Lufthansa uses the 747-8 on routes from Frankfurt to major destinations in the United States and Asia, including Los Angeles, Shanghai, and Tokyo. Korean Air operates both passenger and cargo 747s across its network, while Air China continues to fly the aircraft between Beijing and key global cities. These airlines maintain the 747 as a symbol of prestige and reliability. Many passengers deliberately choose flights operated by the 747 because they want to experience the legendary jet before it eventually disappears from commercial service. The Cargo King. The Boeing 747's importance in the cargo world cannot be overstated. As global e-commerce, manufacturing, and logistics continue to grow, demand for large cargo aircraft remains high. The 747-8 freighter, with its long range and capacity, serves as the backbone of air freight operations for many international carriers. Its ability to transport massive loads non-stop between continents keeps it relevant in 2026 and beyond. The cargo version's strength lies in its flexibility. It can carry both palletized goods and outsized cargo that would not fit into smaller aircraft. From delivering satellites to transporting medical equipment during global emergencies, the 747 freighter is trusted for missions that require space, reliability, and speed. With rising fuel prices and environmental regulations, airlines continue to upgrade engines and use sustainable aviation fuel blends to keep the aircraft more efficient and eco-friendly. Even though new aircraft like the Boeing 777X freighter and Airbus A350F are entering service, they cannot yet fully replace the 747 in capacity and operational flexibility. As a result, many logistics companies are extending the service life of their 747 freighters with careful maintenance and avionics upgrades. Aviation experts predict that in 2026 the 747 will still handle nearly a quarter of all long-haul air cargo worldwide. Government and VIP roles. Another area where the Boeing 747 maintains a powerful presence is in government and VIP transport. The most famous example is the American presidential aircraft, known globally as Air Force One. The current generation of Air Force One aircraft, designated VC-25A, is based on the Boeing 747-200. The next generation, called the VC-25B, will be based on the modern 747-8 Intercontinental and is expected to enter service soon. In addition to the United States, several other governments use Boeing 747s as official state aircraft for heads of state and royal families. Nations like Japan, Saudi Arabia, and Kuwait have used customized 747s for their leaders. These aircraft are fitted with luxurious interiors, advanced communication systems, and security features. Even in 2026, such aircraft represent national pride and prestige. A unique event occurred when a 747-8, originally built for Qatar, was repurposed for the United States as a future presidential support aircraft. This highlights how adaptable the 747 remains even after production has stopped. It continues to find new roles in government and private operations, proving that the Queen of the Skies is far from obsolete. Engineering brilliance and timeless design. The Boeing 747's design was revolutionary when it was introduced and remains impressive even decades later. Its wide-body structure, high-mounted wings, and 4 high-thrust engines make it stable, powerful, and capable of flying long distances without refueling. The famous hump on top of the fuselage, which houses the upper deck, gives it a distinctive appearance that is instantly recognizable worldwide. The aircraft's structure was engineered to handle both passenger and cargo versions with remarkable adaptability. Many 747-400 passenger planes have been converted into freighters, giving them a second life and extending their service for many more years. In 2026, conversion programs continue to be popular because they allow airlines to repurpose older aircraft instead of retiring them completely. Inside, the 747 offers more space and comfort than most other aircraft. The cabin layout allows airlines to provide multiple seating zones, luxurious first-class suites, and spacious business-class lounges. For many travelers, flying on a 747 feels like being part of aviation history, an experience full of nostalgia, sound, and style that no modern jet can fully recreate. Environmental and economic factors. While the Boeing 747 remains beloved, the aviation industry in 2026 faces increasing pressure to reduce emissions and improve fuel efficiency. Modern aircraft use advanced composite materials, lighter structures, and highly efficient engines that burn less fuel per passenger. Because the 747 has 4 engines instead of 2, it consumes more fuel and produces higher carbon emissions per flight. As a result, many airlines are gradually replacing their 747s with new models that meet stricter environmental standards. The Boeing 777X and Airbus A350 families are designed to deliver similar performance with much better efficiency. Despite this, cargo airlines can still justify the 747's operation because freight does not require the same strict fuel-to-seat ratio as passenger flights. For them, the aircraft's capacity and reliability outweigh its fuel costs. To reduce environmental impact, operators are investing in modifications such as aerodynamic improvements, lightweight cabin materials, and the use of sustainable aviation fuel blends. These efforts help extend the lifespan of the 747 fleet while aligning with global climate goals. The human connection and cultural impact. Beyond its engineering, the Boeing 747 holds a deep emotional connection with people across generations. It became a symbol of the modern world, of progress, exploration, and connection. When it first entered service, it opened the skies to the masses by making air travel more affordable and frequent. For decades, it carried millions of people on their first journeys across oceans and continents. In 2026, aviation enthusiasts and travelers continue to celebrate the aircraft's beauty through photography, documentaries, and exhibitions. Museums around the world preserve retired 747s as tributes to human achievement. Social media platforms are filled with videos and stories about the aircraft, keeping its legacy alive among younger generations. The 747 also plays a major role in popular culture. It has appeared in countless movies, television shows, and advertisements, often used to symbolize power, adventure, or luxury. Its distinctive design has become an icon recognized even by those who know little about aviation. Many still refer to it affectionately as the Queen of the Skies, a title that perfectly captures its grace and dominance. What 2026 represents for the 747. By 2026, the Boeing 747 stands as a bridge between the golden age of aviation and the future of air travel. It represents an era when engineers dreamed big and built machines that redefined what was possible. While its commercial production has ended, the aircraft's influence continues in the design of every modern jetliner. Many of the technologies first developed for the 747, such as high bypass engines, advanced pressurization systems, and redundant safety mechanisms, became industry standards that shaped the entire aviation world. For travelers lucky enough to fly on a 747 in 2026, the experience is more than just transportation, it is a journey through history. From the moment passengers step on board and climb the spiral staircase to the upper deck, they feel part of something extraordinary. For pilots, flying the 747 remains a career highlight. The aircraft's size and responsiveness make it both challenging and rewarding to handle, while its reputation commands respect across the aviation community. Legacy and the future beyond 2026. Even as airlines retire their 747s, the aircraft's spirit continues through new designs and technologies inspired by it. Boeing's upcoming models emphasize efficiency, but they still carry the DNA of the 747 in their aerodynamics and structural philosophy. Many 747s will be preserved in museums or converted into hotels, restaurants, or educational exhibits. Some already serve as unique attractions where visitors can walk through the fuselage and learn about aviation history firsthand. The aircraft's long-term future lies primarily in the cargo industry and private use. Because cargo demand continues to grow globally, it is expected that dozens of 747s will remain operational for another 20 years or more. Maintenance companies continue to provide parts and upgrades, ensuring that the fleet remains safe and functional for years to come. In the hearts of aviation lovers, the 747 will never truly disappear. Its story is one of ambition, innovation, and endurance. It changed the world and connected people across every continent. Even in 2026, as newer technologies dominate the skies, the Boeing 747 reminds humanity of what is possible when creativity meets engineering excellence. Conclusion. The Boeing 747 in 2026 is more than just an airplane. It is a living legend, a masterpiece of human design that reshaped global travel and inspired generations of engineers, pilots, and dreamers. Though no longer produced, it continues to serve proudly in passenger, cargo, and government roles around the world. It represents a time when aviation was not only about efficiency but also about wonder, excitement, and discovery. In a world moving rapidly toward automation and environmental consciousness, the 747 remains a symbol of the human desire to reach further and achieve the impossible. Its four mighty engines, elegant curves, and timeless silhouette remind us of an age when flying felt magical. In 2026, the Queen of the Skies still reigns with dignity, bridging the past and the future of flight, and ensuring that her story will be told for generations to come.